invite the Western Australian team to line up down the side here. Big round of applause for Western Australia. And now for your reigning champions, the team from Victoria. All of you who are able, please be outstanding for the playing of the national anthem.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Women's National Championship game between WA and Victoria. My name is Charlotte Winnan. I am on the mic and I am joined.
Got Lockie Williams next year, Charlotte. Great.
Joined.
Glad to be here.
Been here all week, Lockie, doing all the good things.
I wish I could claim that I've been here all week. I've flown in at the last minute on the last day. So, yeah, been here all day. But, yeah, really looking forward to this one. We've seen the Vics get the job done in the men's match. Can the women repeat the effort and, well, repeat it for their three-peat, I guess?
Yeah, they're going for the three-peat. And look, sorry for those watching at home, there was technical difficulties with the national anthem, but you could hear the girls singing loud and proud there, so they finish it off as well as the crowd. So thank you, everyone, for bearing with us with that one. You will see the referees go out shortly, but yeah, Lockie, you're right there. Victoria are trying to go for the three-peat. I think the match between Western Australia and Victoria in that first game was a lot closer than people thought. And the unfortunate event of the injury, which caused about a 45-minute delay, obviously changes a few things. But this will be a good one between both teams today as they head out to the court.
Yeah, certainly. There was only the 4 goals between them last time, and as you mentioned, sort of impacted by an incident that we wish not to see again today. So hopefully, well, we had an interrupted men's final with the
lightning,
rain.
Yeah, the lightning and the rain. But look, that's part of the plot, isn't it? Part of the plot.
Exactly right. Just adds to the drama, doesn't it? So in the middle we go.
We've got Steph Hallows going up against Natasha Bronckhorst there. Some Aussie teammates as Steph comes up with the ground ball there. All just a little bit of a fumble, but comes up with the ground ball. And Victoria will have first possession of the national championship.
So Benny Heger takes that one forward for Victoria. They'll just look to settle. Can't quite see the numbers. Oh, good save there. Who are we looking at between the pipes to start the game, Charlotte?
So Megan from Western Australia has come out of nowhere and jumped in the cage. Unfortunately, WA lost Zoe, one of the keepers who's been part of the game for a really long time. As we see Alana taking a shot against Nat, so Nat for Victoria, but Nat's a very solid keeper. I think we're going to see a push here. Yep, so that's just an off-ball push there, a bit too hard into the boards. But look, that level of physicality, we want to see it all day.
Yeah, certainly right. There was plenty of fire in the last final that we just watched, and you'd expect nothing different between these two here. And there's going to be our first foul of the match coming.
Yeah, so that's a penalty there, I think just straight across the head. But we'll see what they do. We can see Nats come off, and we'll see Victoria playing with a 6, but Posey O'Keefe has come up with that ball. So first power play of the day going to Victoria.
And we'll get an early look to see what the setup is going to be here for the Victorians. We've got coaches Tony Joseph and Dan Menaplay, fresh off a
very
fresh off a win. Probably only 15 minutes ago
And
they were out there themselves.
I was going to say, I think with those two, they're very easy to turn it around. They know the job's not done yet today. So we'll see here Victoria going into their power play. They've got some strong players on the box at the moment, but looking at the helmets, there is 4 Australian helmets that they have to get past first.
Yeah, exactly right. It's there's stars on both sides of the court.
Yeah. So Emmy Hall at the top, passing down to Bia. Bia back up to Emmy Hall with a fumble. Emmy with the first shot, but a save by Megan Shanks.
Yeah, nice start there from Megan Shanks, just building confidence early on. That's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper.
Abby Burgess with the ball up top right, back up to Steph Hallows. They're just moving that ball really quickly, just trying to see what their defense is doing. Left side looking, and Abby just missing wide there, but good recovery by Imogen Hall.
So that shot's going to miss wide, and the West Aussies will defend the first couple of sets.
As we have GP running the ball up to Liv Wills, and they'll be looking at their ragging team. Liv Wills taking a bit of heat on the boards there, but it's... Ball is going blue. Not sure what the call there was. As we see the power play again by Victoria. So Mahiri with the ball passing up to Steph Hallows. We can see Bia Cameron, Laura coming through in that middle, and Abby Burgess on that right side. So again, a really strong five set of players from Victoria coming through with a bit of a change, chucking in as there's a bit of a fumble in that back corner.
Yeah, so they're going to have to get this shot off here. Victoria just unawares of the shot clock. Didn't quite get the reset there. So Western Australia, well, their penalty kill has gone really well so far. Just 20 seconds left to survive on this first power play opportunity for Western Australia.
We're going to see a bit of pressure here by WA's Emma Green's coming through, taking a shot, but just not too good for that one. I think you've got to move her a bit more. As we see the fumble, there's no love lost in this game here, Lockie. As there's
at all.
Another penalty and another save. So 7 yellow, illegal body contact. So again, a power play situation for Victoria.
Emma Green's going to sit down for Western Australia. So the WA side able to hold out for the first 2 minutes of the first penalty of the game. They got to do it all over again for these next 2 minutes. We're a couple of minutes into this final, no scores on the board yet. Is this, I guess, what you would have expected so far, Charlotte? High intensity?
100%. Didn't expect anything less between these two teams. I think when you look at the best teams of this competition, well, to be fair, Kinner's Crews come in and just wiped out everyone, and that's what we expect from Canada. And I think, they did it in a very humble style, but I didn't expect anything less. As Steph Hallows taking a wind-up and a deflection off Posey O'Keefe's helmet by the looks.
So the shot clock just not counting down at the moment, so hopefully our officials are aware of this, as the West Australians are losing their minds in the box next to us.
I feel like that is definitely 30 seconds. Yeah, I would say that's roughly time. I would say that's about a 40-second shot clock there, but
so
referees called that one early, which is great to see.
Credit to the officials there. They were aware of it, so making sure that the Victorians weren't getting any unfair advantage there. So nicely done from the West Aussies carrying that to safety. They're not afraid to attack the goal on this shorthand.
They're definitely not, and I think that's the benefit of some women's box lacrosse is just giving it a go, and anything can happen, because if you can get that shot off again on the board early at a shorthand, it does pump up your offense a little bit. As we see Kate Hooper taking a shot, but just a bit too high. Mel Brickle collecting that ball and passing up to Tash Rooney to clear it out. So again, Victoria with a power play. Cannot fault WA's efforts with this defence though.
Yeah, spot on. They're under a minute left on that penalty now, so they're closing in on another penalty kill. Victoria will look to make the most of this possession, get the lefty Dama Bandu out there to join Emmy Hall. So wouldn't mind seeing this ball kick to the far side. Hallows likes her chances on the inside.
She does, and just going wide of the cage there as Emmy Hall winds up, and another soak there by by WA. I think WA this whole tournament has really backed their goalkeeper in Megan Shanks because she's so new. So, credit to them for really taking that effort and spending the time on looking after her. No discredit to Victoria, though. They obviously look after Nat as well, but I just think, we've got to give that credit there. As Alana comes through, and a big save there. Good chicken wing. there by Nat Miller.
Spot on there, Charlotte. And that's another penalty killed there for Western Australia. Penalty release now. So back to 5v5. It feels like a while since they've had a proper 5v5 possession down their end. And the ball just in dispute. Benny Heger putting her head over it there. Where's it going to end up?
And that's a 10-second violation. So WA again with this ball.
Yeah, so it's been quite frantic, I guess, the last couple of minutes.
It's been 6 minutes and there's been no goal, but I feel like so much has happened.
Yeah, so I reckon if you're WA, you wouldn't mind a long set here, maybe a reset or two.
As we see Emma Green on that left side. And, oof, that could have trickled over the line, but ref said no. So Victoria clearing that ball there through Nat Miller up to Bea Cameron, running it over. Be very interesting to see. It could be the differences of those goals today, if that went over the line or not.
It's the wind up here from Cameron. Nice little step inside, feeds across to Burgess Bryce, and again a good save from Shanks. The goalies have come to play in this final.
They have come to play in this final as GP running the ball up. Her name is Georgia, but we're calling her GP. And again, Jen Plum on the field, clearing up to Tash Rooney, but WA coming up with that ball. So we'll see WA in another offensive set.
Yeah, so really nicely done from Western Australia, getting some fresh legs out there. Hooper just holds this one up, waits for some support to arrive. 15 on the shot clock. We're nearly halfway through the final quarter, and there we go, first off the final. It's Kate Hooper that's on the scoreboard for Western Australia, and they lead it 1-0. And if you weren't sure...
I tell you what, if I didn't have to do my sports integrity, I would have put bets on Kate Hooper scoring the first goal of this game, because she is a powerhouse. And I think Victoria probably know that. They definitely know that. But that's a great play there by Kate Hooper and the WA offensive unit.
I tell you what, we are in Melbourne, but the crowd is nearly evenly split here. The Western Australians are loud and they are parochial.
They're very loud. We're very lucky to have this for women's box lacrosse. I think it's, compared to the first year that we had this, Lockie, it was very different, and to have this as it is now, it's awesome.
I was about to say, I think the West Aussies were trying to trick the officials there, that there was definitely a break in the... I don't know what's going on afterwards, but there was 100% a break in the face-off, so the ball will stay for Victoria here.
Yeah. Bit of confusion there, but our three refs handling that very well. We've got to thank our refs, you know, this isn't a paid gig, so we do appreciate everything that they do, especially the ones that come from Canada.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know, it's a long way.
Come a very long way. It's been a long couple of weeks, I guess, for some of these officials involved in the Commonwealth Cup. Feels like a while ago now that that event took place.
We see some big hits happening early, and WA really pressing out here when there's 10 seconds on the clock.
So Mihiri Dharmabandu lets that one fly from distance.
Another soak. Tash Bronkhorst soaking that one as she's heavily guarded by Bea Cameron, but Benny coming through, ball fumbling, Danny coming up with that ball. I think she was looking for a little bit of the brush there on the helmet, but that's all it was a brush.
Yeah, you don't mind seeing play continue. A little bit of physicality out there, and that one's going to come back the way of Western Australia now.
I don't mind it, Lockie. I don't mind the physicality. I think if it's even on both sides, they've just got to let it go, let them play, let the girls play, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. So halfway through this first quarter of the women's final, just the one goal so far, and it's gone the way of this woman here, Kate Hooper, but dispossessed.
Great check by Mel. That's what she does. Mel comes up quite big in these sorts of games. She's a great leader for, I'm just going to say, box lacrosse in general. So that's a big stop there for Kate Hooper and Emma Green, two powerhouses for WA, as she hands the ball off to Eleni, who I'm surprised is playing, to be fair. Getting carted off by an ambulance, but hopefully she's all good. And scoring Victoria's first goal. So that's a great steal there by Victoria for Eleni to come back and make that shot.
Yeah, maybe Western Australia just getting caught out a little bit disorganised on that occasion. Numbers coming from the box and leaving the far slide open, and the lefty coming on that angle. It's a really good look and a nice finish to level the scores up. One apiece, 7 minutes to play in the first quarter.
7 minutes and 2 goals in the first final. Did not expect that. I've expected physicality, but I didn't expect 1-0.
Well, I guess a little bit of a reverse of the way that the men's unfolded. They were raining goals in the men's match.
Not sure what happened in the centre there. I think Tash may have broken slightly, so Victoria ball again. And that could be the difference.
Yeah, it's little 1%ers like that, isn't it, that An easy possession, one for Victoria. And they're going to settle through Imi Hall, believe it or not, only 15 or 16 years old.
Yeah, Imi Hall, I think it must run in the blood in that family by the looks of it. The surname does a fair bit.
Well, Commonwealth Cup a couple of days ago, we saw Fabian Hall in action pretty much nearly every game. Great to see Fabs out there. He's doing a good job for us on the shot clock, I believe, for the final.
So WA here with 10 seconds left on the clock, wanting to get a shot as Jen Plum might be coming up with that ball. She'll probably slow it up here. She's got yellow shirts ahead of her, so good defensive set there by Victoria as they get some subs in and a fresh new 5 on. It's crazy to think it was raining about half an hour ago and there was lightning, but here we are, beautiful sunny day, and there's barely any clouds in the sky.
Nice little flick back across, and another good save there from Megan Shanks. Get the reset though, do Victoria into trouble.
Yeah.
Cameron has got out of the sandwich,
good,
in and out, goes all the way, across the crease. And another great chicken wing save from Shanks.
I just got to say, Bea Cameron has been a massive piece of Victoria's success this week. I think she's, just with her Aussie campaign as well, she's done a lot of hard work, and to come out and just perform the way she has, she's been really big for Victoria for the whole week.
So Victoria, it feels like they've just settled into this game a little bit more now. McLaurin, that's been tipped, so it won't reset. And plenty of in front of the WA faithful out there.
Don't know if they'd want to do that. There's been a bit of controversy, I believe, that I'm hearing. So shot clock expired there as we see Posey O'Keefe coming through. Oh, and a great stop there by Nat Miller. I think Posey probably went to the left side, could have come across to the right as the goal was exposed, but we see Victoria, and a bit of a fumble there.
So it's yellow jerseys behind the play
yellow
here.
Jerseys everywhere here.
Play allowed to continue. Emmy Hall putting the heat on. I think that's going to be back and over.
Over and back, unfortunately. I don't think WA, they had all their defensive set out. Not sure what to do there, but we see Victoria with the ball in there, half with a solid 25 seconds left on that shot clock.
So Emmy Hall not afraid to let a shot fly, but once again, that's a pretty simple save from Megan Shanks.
Gosh, I love her. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of someone who can come in and just play a couple of games and go, yeah, I'll give it a crack. So good on Megan Shanks for absolutely tearing it up as Kate Hooper again comes through. Jen Plum giving her a bit of a love tap at the end of that, and Nat Miller clearing that ball.
So just over 4 minutes to play in this first quarter through McGauran. She's got the Joseph on the back, partner of Tony. That shot just missing wide, collected from Annika Mason off the boards. And back up the top to Steph Hallows, 10 on the shot clock. Mason's going to have to try and pull the trigger here, I think.
As you can see, Victoria just trying to get that shot, and another big save there, but the fumbles. And again, Victoria will come up with this. We've got 3.5 minutes left, so Steph just using her experience here and just pulling that ball out as Abby Burgess comes in to set a pick. And a Steph Hallows special. Again, big fan of Steph Hallows, one of my good mates. That was a phenomenal seal by Abby Burgess and a fantastic finish by Steph Hallows there. That's what she does. Steph Hallows, she finishes those shots every time.
Yeah, there was really good work. The last couple of shots just nice and easy in the 5-hole that Shanks had kept that one out, but inside the right pipe, that's exactly where you need to finish. And perfect. Victoria hit the lead.
As we see Nikki coming up with the face-off win there.
Into trouble and just heaves it down court, but it's
bit of some skill errors in the start, which is normal in a final.
And so Danny Hadwin's had that one taken away from her, had to go back and reel that one in. Takes it down to the corner to try and get out of trouble. Support at the top if she wants it and gets it there. Now Cameron, 15 on the shot clock.
So we can see Victoria have got a lot of movement in their offense. So they're doing a lot of pick and seals, pick and rolls. And I think that's probably been one of the biggest things that's helped them, as we see another massive save by Megan Shanks. And Natasha Bronkhorst clearing that ball up to Emma Green. So WA haven't had it for a solid 30 seconds. Hopefully we can see a bit of composure down there. We've got Emma Green, Kate Hooper, a few level heads, so we'll see how they go in this offensive set.
Yeah, you can just see burning that shot clock. Happy to spend some time in the offensive end. Now look for the reset. Good defense from Benny to force the
Great
shot
defense.
wide. That's Fullerton, that Miller. She's got Benny by herself if she can get it there. Just decides to play the safe option in the end. Got to be careful about the clearance clock now.
It might be.
Really good awareness there. Couldn't
Might
quite
be
see who that
Cameron
was.
again,
Yeah.
Just Cameron just getting that ball out. Very safe there play, and she knew what to do then, because that's always a win. You can get your fresh 5 defense on.
So the shot, another good stick save there from Miller. Both goalies having a good quarter so far. Over to Plum on the clearance. Saw brother Chris dominate. She's got to get a move on here. The shot clearance clock getting a countdown. Yeah, saw her brother Chris dominate in the final earlier. See if she can try and emulate some of those efforts as Western Australia come forward.
The siblings in this tournament is it's awesome to see how many we've got as we see Posey O'Keefe coming down. Oh, and a push in the rear. So we're going to see it's going to be a WA ball, I believe. I'm not sure if it is going to be a penalty. So that is an off-ball push square in the back. So Imi Hall is going into the penalty box for 2 minutes, and we will see WA's power play for the first time this game.
Anything that we should be keeping an eye out for here, do you think, Charlotte, on the power play for Western Australia?
Again, I love playing against these girls, but I'm also a big fan of a lot of these girls and watching them play. Kate Hooper, she, unbelievable player. You got Emma Green, also phenomenal sniping these girls, but it could be someone we don't expect. But I think those two will be the big ones for WA today.
So the penalty clock is outside the game clock. Emmy Hall will spend quarter time in the box should Western Australia not score.
Ava Dorinko coming on. I haven't seen her on yet, but she's just come on to clear that ball up. As we see Bea Cameron being heavily guarded there by Liv Wills. That's a great matchup. I gotta say, that's a huge matchup. As we see Bea Cameron ragging this ball across to Abby Burgess-Bryce, who can run all day. She'll run all day. You can hear the crowd there. Lockie, there's a bit of heat in this game. We love it. As Natasha is bringing that ball up, passing over to Kate Hooper.
So we're under 30 seconds on the match clock. Shot clock about 5 seconds inside the game clock. So could be the final possession of the quarter here. Feed across the corner, really nice one. Just blue jerseys defending that goal.
Yeah, blue jerseys everywhere. So 10 seconds left. We'll see if Victoria do, if they want to push it or if they're happy just to sort of rag this ball out.
Yeah, it looks like happy just to
rag it
take
out,
the clock, and that'll be the end of the first term. A 2-1 lead to the Victorians in a hotly contested first quarter, wasn't it, Charlotte?
No, getting goosebumps over this game already. It's a very good first quarter. I think we're going to go do some ads whilst we some replays. Sorry, so we'll get on some replays and be back for the second quarter. as we come back for the second quarter. So, Lockie, 2 to Victoria, 1 to WA. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
No, definitely not. And I think it's a big face-off to be won here. There's 38 seconds on the Victorian penalty left for Emmy Hall to serve. So
you can see the heat down there. I don't know if the camera can get it, but there's a bit of heat in that back half of defence for WA, not wanting to allow Victorian players to go in and the ref just telling them off.
So the possession is going to go the way of Western Australia. They're going to get one last possession on this power play. Let's see what they can drum up.
So even 30 seconds left, but they've already eaten into that shot clock. So they've got to be careful here. If Victoria come out at the right time, there could be that breakaway.
And might even be interesting to see if Emmy Hall will just hold firm and try and sneak out the back. Nice move there from Hooper and across the green shot, missing wide, and that's going to be no reset. So power play killed for Victoria.
That's really good for Victoria because WA have been really strong in their power play conversion rate this week as Emmy Hall comes out of the box there.
That seems to have been a theme today, that pretty high conversion of the power plays from the games that we've seen today. Your match earlier, there was pretty strong conversion from both teams. And
it was.
Victoria on back of the net.
Abby Burgess-Bryce. She's phenomenal as a person, but as an athlete as well. She's got the IQ of, just in lacrosse in general, being involved in so many variations of this game and now involved in Lacrosse Australia. That is a textbook east-west goal for Victoria, which I know Tony would love to see. And look, they'd probably be happy with this little buffer because with how close it's been so far, this is a tiny little buffer for them to have.
So Jen Plum, body on the line there, but can't affect it. Ball is still in the scrap. No one coming up with it. In the end, it's fallen out the back, and there's a Western Australia and Hooper out the back by herself, but they just hold things up here to the West Aussies.
As we see GP collecting that and Kate Hooper now going to help her, but a lot of hard work. Kate Hooper picking up that ball with 14 left on that shot clock.
So Hooper cross, the shot, a little friendly fire in there, and 5 on the shot clock now. I think it will beat Western Australia here, although Hooper.
Oh, coming through there.
So another good save there from Shanks to keep the Victorians at bay.
And now we have a moving pick, so WA picking up that ball, but Victoria's just so quick here to come off the mark and get their defenders on, as you see. 3 around her. 3 around her, and that's the difference there between making sure...
Yeah, plenty of vocal support over by the fence, that's for sure. And I think it's leaning probably one way more than the other.
It definitely is leaning one way more than the other. Great for WA to still can keep this possession, having a 3-on-1 then.
So the shot was saved in the end. It's just fallen to Victoria. Cameron's going to clear into safety now. Heaves it down court to Hall straight out of the box. Has this one snuck in?
It certainly has. Snuck in, I think, through the 5-hole there. So, look, that's tough for WA. They had a lot of effort there for what they were doing, and unfortunately, Victoria capitalised really quickly. So, we're now at 4-1.
Yeah, so what felt like it was a real toss of a coin in the first quarter. You're definitely leaning Victoria's way at the moment with the momentum. Western Australia just looking to settle down.
And that should be a WA.
Definitely a break on Steph Allows.
Yep.
Yeah, so what do you think they need to start doing on their offensive end?
I just think a bit more movement. I think they're relying on their outside shots a tiny bit too much. Not to say that they don't have the outside shooters, but very challenging when Victoria are putting up the 5 defenders that they have. And yes, they've got 12 Australian players part of the mix, so it is challenging as Emma Green comes in. But again, Nat Miller, she's a phenomenal goalkeeper, so it's very hard to get the ball past her, and she's a great clearer.
Yeah, it's a fantastic outlet. Just the stick was left to hang out to dry. It doesn't matter in the end because Tash Rooney's hit the back of the net, and Victoria, well, that's a 4-goal buffer now.
It's a 4-goal buffer indeed, and I think big save there by Nat Miller, and Emma Green placed that shot, and Nat was able to step across and save that. And Tash Rooney, you don't see her scoring too many goals, so she'd be very happy with herself. And I think, you know, she might get up and about, and that might be something that lifts the Victorians to continue pushing this lead a bit more. WA just need to stay level-headed. That's all that is.
Yeah, certainly well and truly still in this one, but you want to try and...
That was a break again, so it should
break.
be WA ball, yep.
Yeah, you certainly want to... don't let it want to blow out too much, let it get too out of control. For the West Aussies, need to try and hit the scoreboard to settle things down a little bit.
Yeah, and if they can just get one to level it up a tiny bit, I think just to get the girls a bit of confidence back in. As we see Emerson with the ball, Kate Hooper coming through.
Nice little flip.
Passing off. Nice movement here by WA, a bit better. Good deflection there by the defence. But we'll see the shot clock run down, and WA will be sending their defenders on. So great set of defence there by Victoria, as we'll see them now go in as Posey O'Keefe putting that pressure on Benny there.
So it's in and out of trouble, and back into it again goes Benny Higa, and then back out of it.
Back into trouble.
Just keeps the ball safe in the end. It's a Lenny McGoran / Joseph gets the shot, looking for that far right, far corner. Denied in the end, and here come the West Aussies.
Posey O'Keefe running that ball down, but being met here by Abby Burgess and Laura. So great transition defence there by Victoria. Jen Plum coming up to put that pressure on. So it's, by the looks of it, both teams are putting a bit of pressing as the girls are coming through to really eat that shot clock out. So both teams, eating that shot clock out. So they're not able to have a full set of 20 seconds once they've cleared the ball.
Yeah, which makes these second chance opportunities even more valuable if Western Australia can really sin. And they did so, but it fumbles away and Green tracks it back down. But in doing so, 10 seconds has come out of that shot clock.
Yeah.
Nice cut at speed and the shot. What a finish there from Hannah Stampiala.
Hannah came off that bench. Liv Wills got the sub. Hannah came off that bench with purpose. And I think that does make a difference. To be fair, and I say this with all due respect, WA have got the bigger bodies in their offensive unit, so if they can really utilise those bigger bodies and power through the Victorian defence, that's going to happen every single time.
Yeah, as you mentioned, once you get that momentum in this game, you can ride the contact and burst your way through it, and that's exactly what she did there. Much needed goal there for Western Australia, but Nikki Bukowicz coming up with it from the middle for Victoria.
Nikki's been a phenomenal asset to box lacrosse in general, and she's really worked hard on that face-off game, so well done to her to get some of those wins. Megan Shanks come to play big. She's been currently the best player on the field at the moment for me.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
So Liv Wills clearing this ball up over to Kate Hooper, being guarded here by her roomie from Australia, Mel Brickle. But again, the wall of Victorian defence coming through.
Really nicely done by Emma Green to ride the contact and get the shot off. I don't think she got the reset there, though, so they're going to have to get a move off.
Oof, and just missing slightly. So, again, great set of defence there by Victoria. It is great to see the crowd out here still. I know the men's game just happened and it was raining an hour ago. So big credit to everyone sticking around and watching this game. You can certainly feel the emotion in the crowd as everything's happening while these girls are playing.
Well, plenty on the line for both teams. Nice little effort there from Eleni McGoran denied. Yeah, you can. There's history on the line for both sides, isn't it? Victoria looking for the three-peat while WA looking for their maiden title.
Yeah. Kate Hooper coming through.
And a nice check there from Benny.
Great check there by Benny. Kate Hooper just so strong here, and she's strong on both sides. So you can see her chucking the stick in her left hand, as we'll see Ava Drenko picking up that ball.
Just puts the Jets on and gets away from trouble.
To be fair, I didn't think she was playing due to concussion, but but look, good to see her out here. We obviously don't want players to feel it. As we see Emma Green trying to pick that ball up, but Nat's too quick. And that should be a...
Yeah, I thought I did see a little touch of the stick there, but...
That's a... Look, umpires are doing what they do. So Posey O'Keefe, great one-on-one defence there. should have flicked that. That's tipped over, so it's not going to matter, and Victoria can still have that full possession there.
Great defensive effort there, but Halosh just burst past it. Shot clock well and truly eaten up to here. 5 seconds on the clock for Victoria to do something.
Straight into Posey O'Keefe, so that's a good soak there.
And there is a number here if they can get it forward. Portlock.
Don't mind that. That's what you got to do with that. You've got to move her.
So the Victorians will, it's been up and back and up and back. They're just going to look to hold this possession now. Cameron. Dispossessed now. It's going to come the way of Burgess Bryce. She's only got 13 on the shot clock now.
Some good pressure there by the Antelope twins. And again, it's the difference of having that extra sort of 5-6 seconds on the shot and Eleni scoring a much-needed goal to take that pressure off for Victoria. As we see 7.5 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Vic's well and truly on top now. 4-goal, the buffer once again. Eleni McGoran picking out that top corner. And the West Australians just looking to find that reply now. Plum back in the middle. We've got a whistle here. Now we've got a timeout on Western Australia.
I think we've just seen a little bit of a dip with the WA defence compared to the first quarter. They've taken that step off. So they've taken a step off and they're not actually putting that pressure on and applying that bit of heat that they did in that first quarter. And it makes a big difference.
Yeah, definitely, and we've seen that reflected in the scoreboard, haven't we? 4-1 in this quarter so far. Interesting to see what the Western Australians will be discussing in this break.
Yeah, so look, I think if you're WA right now, you've just got to keep that pressure on. Victoria are very good. They play a great inside game, and they're very good at their pick and rolls, which is 101 of box lacrosse. But if they can keep that pressure up and step out on them, it's going to cause them to reduce that shot clock and have that outside shot, which I think we can see Megan Shanks has been sort of stopping that over the course of the game so far. In offense, just probably a little bit more ball movement from WA. I think they're relying on Emma and maybe Kate a bit too much, so they've got to pull other people into that game. Victoria playing a great style of box lacrosse at the moment. They are very well disciplined. I would probably say this has probably been their most disciplined team that they've produced in the last 3 years. And that shows with consistency through Tony Joseph's coaching. So, yeah, as they come out from the timeout, we'll see what happens in this and see what WA come through with after hearing from Benji Muxlow.
So it's going to be Nicola Carson taking on Jen Plum at the face-off as we resume play. Nearly on halfway through this second quarter. And it's one out by Carson to the advantage of Green. So WA will get the first possession after the timeout.
Emma Green playing on that left side. So seeing what's coming on that right, we've got Alana. Just got to have that stick handle. If they leave the sticks out, Victoria will definitely check those.
And that shot's going to be reeled in by Hooper. She's got help at the top, but just decides to go herself.
Straight into Mel Brickle.
So Plum, under plenty of heat now from Hooper, just heaves it down court. Well collected from WA, so they can keep the pressure on here. Repeated sets now.
You got to love to see it. Kate Hooper and Mel Brickle were roomies over in Utica at the championship, and now they're shooting balls into each other. As we see some great defense there by Danny Hadwin, and that's got to be a moving pick there. So we're going to see Victoria coming up with this ball.
So I'll bring it forward, Victoria, for a settled set of offense. Down to Mason. Now at Hadwin. Looks like plenty of pressure out there on Amy Hall, so I think Western Australia got to...
Capitalising on that, yeah, because she's been dominant with a couple of goals every single game.
Shot clock down to 10. Victoria running out of time here. Ball hits the ground. And just bodies all over the place. There's got to be someone in the crease there, and that's what the call's going to be.
Posey O'Keefe just putting that pressure on Mahiri, which caused that, and then pushing Imogen Hall into the crease. So that's a big individual effort from Posey O'Keefe. passing the ball up to Isla and across to, now we've got Alana Davies with the ball. So we'll see here what WA can do. Kate Hooper screaming through the crease.
So a
Just
little
fumbling.
slip in there. Shot missing wide. That's not going to be reset. So Victoria's going to have another successful defensive set low. That one's just going to get fired down
Straight
court.
past us. We nearly got a touch there, Lockie.
But the court seems to be playing pretty well, Charlotte, in terms of looks like it's dried out nicely since the rain a little bit earlier. So pretty perfect conditions right now. A little bit windy, but
it is, yeah. I mean, look, compared to a couple of games this week that the players have had to go through with some of the heat and the water breaks. You know, shout out to Lacrosse Australia for putting player safety first in those scenarios.
Wide open on the crease was Ames, but that one's missing missing wide. So they haven't really challenged Miller too much, and when they have asked the questions, you've been up to the task so far, Nat Miller.
Yeah, I think with Nat, you've got to move her. That's probably one of the biggest things, as B is run straight through the crease there as she lost the ball. So WA should come up with this. GP here being big with this transition. She's probably kicked the ball about 6 or 7 times already, as she's copping it by Ava. And just fumbling that one there.
Tarenko just not giving an inch there.
No, definitely not.
And the shot clock hasn't counted here again,
not,
so
again,
I would assume that our referees will be looking after that.
Oh, amazing goal there by Kate Hooper. She's going to hate me saying this. Super Hooper. Is she coming out to play? Is she coming out? That is a phenomenal effort there by GP, taking on Ava in that one-on-one to take the heat there. But on the buzzer, I think, again, shot clock wasn't on. Umpire was calling it down, but there would have been maybe 1 or 2 seconds left on that shot clock. Yeah,
the call from the box was to get the shot off, so she listened to that one. That's could be the spark to get them going. Just over 4 left in this second quarter.
Great face-off there by Steph Hallows, and then boxing out. So Steph collecting the crumbs there. Not much in front of her. She could get the pass off for the lefty or a shot. Mahiri coming up with that ball up to Imogen Hall on that left side. So Victoria have got a lefty strong side as Imi takes a shot, and a big save there by Megan Shanks as Tash Bronkhorst comes up with that ball. But as you can see, there's no mercy. They're jumping on that quite quickly, trying to cause that 10-second violation as Liv Wills carries this ball out.
So WA seem to be a little bit more up and about the last minute or two. Shot clock down to 8. Kick down low. Shot sticks in the way once again. Victoria just all over those so far today. And here they go. Hayward's got a free run here. Has she got the legs to beat Green? She did get the shot off, but a good save from Shanks.
A great save again as Emma's going to collect that ball. But good re-defending effort there by both Hadwin and Eleni. Bia nearly with that intercept, so we'll see probably WA settle this ball down, get their top 5 on.
Across to Hooper, who's going to run into a couple and kick it wide. Shot clock beats them again on this occasion, so the shot clock proving the enemy the last few possessions for Western Australia.
And we're down to 2.5 minutes. I feel like this quarter has gone extremely quickly. Only 1 timeout so far with Western Australia. The umpires are just having a conversation of a shot clock. So, so 10-second violation there. So it's going to be a free. I feel like this would be a reset for WA.
I think what it was, Charlotte, was a clock error there. So the clock didn't beat the West Australians on that time. They'll restart with 10 seconds on the clock here.
Right,
so
there we go. Great officiating. They're all over at this game.
And a big hit there.
Massive hit there.
Sits Darinko down.
Ava Darinko. Again, not too sure. As we see Ava slowly coming off, I think she's feeling that one slightly. That was a solid hit, but we'll see Victoria here. We can see her players gone down. We're just stopping the clock now. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 1:41 in the second quarter. A player is down. I'm not sure. It looks like Abby Burgess-Bryce to me.
Just one in the guts, I think. So possibly, hopefully, only just winded.
Hopefully just winded. Yep. She's a big player in that team, so she's needed in the offensive set.
Does look to be in a lot of pain, but got the trainers out there, so
Yep.
she'll in the right hands. In the meantime, Charlie, we might just go through the goal scorers we've seen so far. So we've got 2 goals for Eleni McGoran for Victoria, 1 for Amy Hall, Natasha Rooney, Steph Hallows and Abby Burgess-Bryce. And for Western Australia, Hannah Stampalia with 1 and 2 to Kate Hooper, who looks to be the major threat for the Western Australians.
Yeah, I would say she definitely is. Kate Hooper's bringing that spark, and I think, to be fair, there's a lot of hard work going on for her to get those shots off, so credit to the WA offence. Victoria, again, just being super strong and placing their shots there. Look, to be fair, they're fortunate enough to have this court, so they're lucky to be able to practice out here and while they play out here. Great to see Abby getting off. She does look like she's in a bit of pain, but we love to see players get up and get off the court like that. So hopefully nothing too major. Hopefully just winded. Clarification there from the ref, so 10 seconds on the clock, blue ball.
Yeah, just under a minute and a half left in the first half. A quarter that's belonged to Victoria for the majority. 4-2 has been the score this quarter. But a goal either way here could go a long way to shaping how the rest of the match looks. Victoria, if they hit the scoreboard, will be really comfortable.
Yep.
Western Australia, a goal here would really swing the momentum, you would think.
Oh, 100%. Going, if they can finish on 6-4, it's a big difference to 7-3. So we'll see what WA can produce, as there's only a minute 20 left in this game. In this quarter. Good deflection stick there as shot clock has expired. So WA coming up with that ball as GP is clearing it out, waiting for the cavalry.
Yeah, so just holds it up and gets it across to Hooper in the end. We did say probably the main threat. She's got Brickle for company, so certainly not too easy there. Absolutely tied up there. Tries the underhand.
She still gets the shot off, which baffles me. And we got a penalty.
So I think this is Nikki. Is it on Nikki Buckowicz? Or?
Yeah, so Nikki's been done for holding. So I think Nikki's going to be sent to the penalty box. She doesn't know yet, but she's going to be sent to the penalty box. This could be delay of game. No? Oh, she didn't hear. So she's been sent to the penalty box here for 2 minutes. So again, WA with a power play on this last 42 seconds. Lockie, are you let it go for 12 seconds, get a shot off and have the last set? Or are you try and get a shot off as early as possible and score?
I think you just try and, at this stage, trying to make the most of the possession that you can get, really. Any score's a good one. Doesn't matter when it comes, I think, for Western Australia at the moment. So, they'll be looking to try and convert here. A little bit better ball movement at the moment.
A lot better.
That's what you're talking about, moving that Miller there.
They have to move her. She's too good. If she's stagnant, she's too good. So you can see that Victoria have the ball. They're probably going to get caught on this 10 seconds. Great play here by Mel Brickle. If she just holds it in, it's causing no issues. So it's actually going to be WA ball with 5.6 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, so let's see what the game awareness is like. The call has come from the box here. So who are you trusting for the final shot?
Oh, it's got to be Kate Hooper. Or Emma Green, Or still got to get a shot.
And did get the shot off in the end, but denied on the hooter. It's a 6-3 lead to Victoria. They're going to have Nikki Buckowicz in the box for about a minute 20 to finish, to start the third quarter, But what are you thinking as we head to the main break?
Look, I think WA in that last 2 minutes have a bit more momentum than Victoria, but I have no doubt that the halftime break will settle both teams. They'll come back out, and I think we've still got a game on our hands. I know 3 goals is a lot in this style that they're playing at the moment, because it is a bit of back and forth, but 6-3 is low scoring for a championship game, and we love to see the physicality. I think we're in for it's going to get more physical in the second half. So looking forward to it, and we'll head to some replays.
Second half quickly approaching here at the Alan Lewer box court. 2 more quarters left of the 2025 Box National Championships. It's Victoria, well, they've got the ascendancy at the main break, 6 goals to 3. Lachlan Williams behind the microphone once again. Charlotte Winnan will be joining me very shortly as the second half is about to get back underway. WA will start with the player advantage. Nikki Butkowicz still in the penalty box for Victoria. Officials making sure we're set and ready to go. Centres are down and we are faced off. And it's Western Australia that's going to get the chance to capitalise on the power play as we welcome back Charlotte Winnan.
Still a minute on that penalty.
Yeah, plenty of time to try and make the most of it. And a power play goal would be just what the start that they would be looking for, trailing by 3 goals.
Yeah, and I think Kate Hooper being on that left side, and that's exactly what they were looking for, is that bottom corner, because Nat Miller was not there to cover that one. But we'll see WA here with that man up defense. 36 left on the penalty.
So Emmy Hall's just going to tuck this and run under a bit of heat, but works her way out of it. 10 on the shot clock. So
probably a blessing for Victoria to have the short gate defensively, so there's not that extra time. As you can see, Megan again making that big save. So Posey O'Keefe clearing that ball out with roughly 7 seconds left on that on the penalty.
Yeah, so WA just not quite able to capitalise on that power play to start the third quarter, but it doesn't matter.
What a shot there. I think Victoria were trying to get ready for a 5v5 defence there. But a great goal by WA coming on, and Kate Hooper recognising the cutter coming through. So that's a good start. If I'm the coaches of Western Australia, I'm pretty happy with that start.
Yeah, spot on, and it's one of those funny ones, isn't it? It's almost like a short-handed goal that just when your team's trying to organise and they get a little bit disorganised, trying to get organised.
Yeah.
That's maybe what happened to Victoria just there. Brings it back within 2 now.
Victoria here coming up with the ball from a... We've had a few of them this game with the quick start in the face-off. I did enjoy the rock, paper, scissors.
That was good, wasn't it?
I did enjoy that. I feel like that could come into the game a bit more.
What do you think about the proposed goalie face-off?
Yeah, I didn't mind that. If only the refs let it happen, as we see Abby go down hard there. And it's going to be an off-ball push by... No, just a push in the back. So Abby getting the full 30 seconds there.
It's good to see her back out there after copping a bit of a hit in the first half.
She's a tough cookie, Abby. She's a very tough player. So Mahiri with the ball on that left side. Intercepted by GP. She's a bit fresh from having yesterday off. Natasha Broncos clearing that ball out back up to GP. And Kate Hooper coming on.
Pass 1, pass 2, and then stops at the 3rd.
Yeah, there's a few names in this Victorian team. Tara, she's playing really well actually. So I'm not too sure of her surname. I think it's a longer one. Do we have a? Yeah, Tara Healy-Dorman. She's had some really good sets of play here. As we see a penalty that is going to happen for Kate Hooper. So Nat Miller staying in the cage. Just going to be 5v5 for this set of offense for Victoria.
Yeah, wait and see what the play is here. The Vics are less than 10 on the shot clock. They do have the reset. Can they get the rebound, however? Certainly can. Is Miller going to come now? No, they'll just play it out 5v5.
As we see Lucy will scoop that ball up.
Just a little bit of a misunderstanding there from WA.
Cross check is the call.
Yeah, so big possession well, big couple of minutes coming up for both sides. That 3-goal buffer is a big one if the Victorians can get there.
It is a huge one. We haven't seen Victoria score against WA this game yet in the power play. So, again, they're coming up against some pretty hefty defenders here. Imi Hall with the ball at the top, switching up. So we've got a righty on the left side in Steph Hallows as Imi Hall coming through. So they want the lefty shot for Imogen Hall, and they get it. Imogen Hall pointing to the crowd on that one.
Just a little bit of a slight acknowledgement of how do you like that one from Imi Hall, young Imi Hall. She's only a teenager, but certainly got the swagger of a star of the future, doesn't she?
Oh, she definitely does. And look, I think if you can play with any Hall, you're very lucky to step on the field with them. But especially in the female game, Imogen Hall has stepped up. Wasn't allowed to play last year because she was too young, so it's great to see her out here and Tony giving her that opportunity. As we see Jen Plum, I don't think she won that one. I think Natasha won that one, but Bea was there stepping in first over Liv Wills. So pretty smart there by Victoria on that face-off.
Yeah, very nicely done. Just quickly, Charlotte, on the Hall family, a big shout out to everyone involved in the organisation of this event. The Hall family being a key organiser. Dan Hall doing a great job. That shot just missing wide. So yeah, congratulations to everyone involved in running this event once again.
Yeah, 100%. Dan's been here before anyone and leaves after everyone. So I think just the Alberta Lacrosse Club, got to love them for what they've done for the sport and having Alan Lewer box court is massive. So we'll see Victoria probably come up with this one again, as Posey O'Keefe is going hard there on Bea Cameron, but a full 30-second shot clock there for Victoria. Bea Cameron just pulling that ball out and passing off to Eleni Moore.
Big pressure there.
You can see that pressure coming up against her. Imi Hall again going for that lefty shot, but
nicely done there from Cameron. Still 5 on the shot clock, so she'll look for the reset here. The little underhand. Jeez, that asked a lot of questions of Megan Shanks there, didn't it?
She did. She couldn't really see through GP, but again, like I said at the start, I am a big fan of hers. She's come out to learn about this game and only played, I think she only did 2 or 3 training sessions with the WA team. So massive credit to her and just chucking herself in the deep end, as I said earlier.
Yeah, very impressive, that's for sure.
But again, at the other end, Nat Miller making those big saves. Mel Brickle coming up with the ball and clearing up to can't see, McKeely with the ball. So McKeely, a good one to see out again. She was a team manager for the women in Utica back in September. So great to see her. We're going to see a loose ball push off Blue. So WA ball.
Richard Gore, the official there, proving very popular with the fans. He's getting some feedback before, but I think
WA crew
getting some positive feedback this time. Nice
Great
move.
transition there by GP again, pulling that ball up. And a good defence there by Victoria. So 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Still a bit of time. Got to keep it in. We're going to see over and back here, unfortunately. But good job for WA trying to keep that one in as Victoria will collect this ball and come down for a full 30-second play here.
So the Vics just setting it up here. Burgess Bryce gets on off. Did get the reset, but won't get the rebound. It's Western Australia that come up with it. Plenty of forward pressure there from Victoria just to keep it down there.
There is a lot of pressure, and again, that's Victoria's game style, is trying to lock that ball in for the 10 seconds and put that pressure on. But WA finding each other quite quickly. They probably would have gone back and looked at the game they played earlier with them to see how they can make those changes. So WA here with 10 seconds left on their shot clock. Ball down to Kate Hooper. Again, like I said, there's a lot of pressure on her, I think, to try and, as we see a penalty, so there's going to be a hold penalty by the looks.
And a little bit of feeling out there as well.
And that is on. Who have we got the penalty on? Yeah, so Tara, like I said earlier, she's coming early. I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing a newbie feeling the game a little bit, seeing what the refs call. So we'll see Western Australia here in another power play. Again, Victoria have been quite strong in their defence in covering them, but we'll see what Western Australia produce in this one. And if they can score here, Lockie, it's again, it shortens that down to a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, definitely right. Nice ball movement here, much quicker, much earlier. Trying to find those spots, but just Nat Miller, the brick wall at the moment.
She's a brick wall. She is a brick wall, and they've got to move her more. So Nat Miller clearing that ball out, looking for her teammates. Down to 5 seconds to clear it. Ava Drinko with the ball coming up.
It just carries to safety, gets some
1
pressure
second
behind.
there in the bank there. So good run then. Again, great ragging team here for Victoria to have Abby, Lenny, Imi, and Hallows. It's not just a ragging team for them. It's a team that can also shoot. So if they can shoot with that excess player of WA, but we'll see WA turning that ball over.
So they did get the number down there, but it's a 2v1 for Western Australia. Carson gets the shot off, but only as far as Miller once again.
Too good for that one.
So it was a really good look there for the West Aussies. Did get the ball across as well, but just a simple read from Miller once more.
It's almost like with Nat on that one, you've got to get that like the 1-2 to move her off those pipes because she's too good on the pipes.
Yeah, definitely great. Halfway through this third quarter, and it's Victoria in control. 12 on the shot clock, and they've got about 40 left to kill another penalty. Cameron steps past a couple again, steps back this time, does get the shot off, no reset.
We've got a penalty here.
I missed a hand in that far corner, so
too many on.
Let's wait for.
Sounds like there was too many on then, but I don't remember. I don't think we saw.
So Jason Lawrence, yeah, it is a too many on is the call.
Too many on.
So
it's quite interesting being in the middle, hearing the Victorian bench and the seriousness from Tony Joseph, and then hearing the WA bench and the comments of just have fun and get out there and enjoy themselves. So it's quite interesting, the two different coaching styles and what the teams can produce. But, you know, to be anywhere else, I wouldn't want to be. Enjoy being in this position and hearing both teams go at it.
Definitely right. So it's even strength, I believe. Yeah, for
30 seconds.
For the next 30 seconds or so, then Victoria will have the power play of their own. Big hit there on Hall, and didn't like that. Did Liv Wills? Well, doesn't like it, Liv Wills either. So just went one too many there, Liv Wills.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. That's a bit of the part of the game, and I personally don't agree. I mean, the Wills sisters are in the box together, but let the girls play. There's allowed to be a bit of push and shove. I think that's a call that they can let go and just keep going. I think that's a very unnecessary call, that one.
So the Vics do have the power play for now. That's a one-player power play, but in about 10 seconds or so, it's going to become two.
Yeah.
So they look just content to hold things up. Burgess Bryce does get the shot off.
Straight into the helmet.
Good cover from Shanks. Didn't know much about it, and it has been kept out. That's got to be inches from the goal line.
She was standing on that ball on that goal line. Good shot there by Abby Burgess. You don't mind that through the defenders.
And it is a two-player advantage now for Victoria for the next minute and a half or so.
So this could be detrimental to WA. They probably want to get some other players on because they've got a sort of a full offensive set. So Danny Hadwood coming down with the ball as she passes over to Imi Hall. And a big save there by Megan again. I feel like the tempo's just gone up a bit in this game.
Yeah, it certainly has. Well, they've got no choice, Western Australia. They have to lift for the next minute or so to try and survive this two-player advantage for the Victorians. There's going to be blue jerseys throwing themselves at the ball here. Hooper happy just to keep it high.
So we got 50 seconds left on Lucy Wills's penalty and a minute left on Olivia Wills's. So look, 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're just sort of eating at the time here and probably just trying to get as much as they can off. Nat Miller, too good for that one. I don't know if roll that in the corner. You don't want to give them the ball directly, but again, they've got to get some shots off either way.
So Benny Higa, not sure the drive was necessary. You've got the 2 extras out there at the moment. Just make the ball do the work. Although she pulls the trigger and it's Shanks that jumps on top of that one. Yeah, I don't know if that was the play there. Just if you've got the 2 extras out there, you've got to get the ball on the move.
So Posey O'Keefe bringing that ball up, being met by Tash Rooney here. But good little fake there. So if she can get it low, they'll end up with another player for the next sort of 10 seconds left on Lucy Wilsers, which does help.
And Victoria do look happy to press out, but you know what that brings as well, Charlotte, is you can draw the foul every now and again. So that,
see, there's a foul. You called that one, didn't you?
Yeah, you've got to be really careful.
Very careful.
You see it a lot in the men's game as well. That just because you've got a player advantage doesn't mean that you need to go out and do anything too silly.
No, 100%. And having that double there, it's almost that invitation to, oh, there's only 3 of them and there's 5 of us. We can get this ball off them. And at the end of the day, you don't need to get it off them. You just got to make it hard for them. So unfortunately, we're going to see Ava Dorenko go to the box for 2 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
She's on the bench. They're waiting for the. Yeah. So Ava Dorenko's in that box, which we're going to see WA up for about a minute and 55 seconds here now. So that's a great set there by WA to only. They actually didn't give up a goal.
Yeah, really well done there. And they've got the power play advantage now. Step down from Hooper, a little underhand shot, denied once more from Miller.
It's a game of the goalies at the moment, as we see Nikki bringing that ball up on the far side over to Abby Burgess-Bryce, who's just holding it out. We can see it's, again, the ragging team coming through. It's a very strong ragging team for Victoria. And we'll see if they just want to wind down this 10 seconds.
So Steph Hallows lets one loose, no reset. That's copped a tip of the stick. Burgess-Bryce, the shot clock will beat her on this occasion.
Oh,
I just missed what that call was there, Charlotte.
An off-ball push there, so Victoria getting the ball then for that extra 30 seconds, which helps them.
So Hallows, she'll carry it low now, looking for the wind-up, but still plenty of time on the shot clock. Not sure that shot was the right call
again,
there.
they don't really need to. They're not in the scenario where they need to shoot. They probably could hold out a little bit. Again, GP clearing that ball out. This is probably the 6th or 7th time she's cleared that ball out for WA. So great effort by GP again in that transitional play.
So probably the last possession for Western Australia on the power play now. See if they can make the most of it. Shot clock down to 10. Save again for Miller.
Too good.
That's most likely going to be a successful penalty kill from Victoria.
And great effort by Victoria for killing that one, getting the extra sort of 30 seconds because they were able to kill a minute in their offensive half.
And with the lead on the scoreboard right now, I think they'd be pretty comfortable with where things sit. It's almost become a bit of a stalemate in the last few minutes of this match.
You're feeling it. You can see the feeling in this game and what it means to these girls. So, yeah, look, 7-4, 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
And with both sides, it's been a while since they've tried for that last goal. The next one does prove pretty crucial.
As we see Jen Plum running that ball out. So Jen Plum being met here by Lucy Wills, giving the ball off to Abby Burgess-Bryce, who will probably just hold it. And look, if you're Tony, you obviously want to get a couple of shots off, but you'd be very happy just with a bit of possession here as well to settle that game. Steph Hallows with the ball.
Burgess-Bryce, no reset there. WA will come away with it once again.
Oh, that's a risky pass there. Again, Georgia Portlock. Again, GP just bringing that ball out. She's been huge for WA as she's met with 2 being held there. So that is a penalty for Imogen Hall being held, holding that stick. And we will see another power play by Western Australia.
Now, I can see that there's two players
two
that
in the
have
box.
headed over there, actually. So
Cross-check. So still 5-on-5 is what we're hearing.
I would imagine that this is going to be a Western Australian ball.
So what has happened was the last call there was the hold by Imogen Hall, but we can see, I believe it could be Maddie Antelov I think it could be Maddie Antelov, I could be wrong, in the box as well, but because Imogen was the last one, it's still 5-on-5 as it is simultaneous fouls. We see Kate Hooper on that right side working with Emma Green coming through. Again, just working,
plenty of contact.
Yeah, just working hard there. Kate Hooper working really hard without her stick as Emma Green's holding that in. There was possession on Victoria there, so I'm not sure why that wasn't called a reset on them for a 10-second violation, but...
Yeah, pass from Hello is put under pressure, and that one just bouncing around to absolutely no one's favour.
As Posey comes up with that ball.
Pass Plum, loses possession down the bottom corner. McGoran puts her head over it, and the ball trickling behind the cage.
We got Natasha Bronkhorst there. 30 seconds left in this quarter.
Heave down court, ends up, will pass Dorinko in the end. So Western Australia, they'll get one last crack at it here. See if there's the awareness of the game clock now. Only 15 to shoot, less than that, 10 now. There we go, the call from the box.
Got to get a shot off early here if they want to. Great look inside there though, but a good pick up there by Danny Hadwin with the third quarter. Calling that one at 7-4. This is compared to the rest of the week. This is a very low scoring game. So you can see the feeling and the heart out there from both teams with 15 minutes left in this game to play. We'll go to some replays and do some goal scorers after it, but Lockie, the feelings are feeling good for this last quarter.
Yeah, definitely. It's, well, anyone's to win.
Sure is.
History awaits one of these teams in the next 15 minutes. For Victoria, a three-peat on the line. For Western Australia, an inaugural box women's title. Lachlan Williams and Charlotte Winnan once again joining you for the final quarter here. What can we expect for the next 15 minutes, do you think, Charlotte?
Look, I think this is one of those scenarios where WA have got absolutely nothing to lose, and Victoria have everything to defend. So it's probably going to come down to the wire. If we see a couple of goals early from Victoria, I think we might see a bit of a blowout, but if WA get on the board early here, I have no doubt. And we're going Gold way, so wherever the momentum gods are, they're on WA's side at the start of each quarter by the looks of it.
Yeah, just hitting the back of the net proven to be the #1 issue at the moment. And well, there's so many parts of lacrosse that you have to nail to be competitive, but really in the end it's how many times you put the ball in the back of the cage, and we've seen that story too many times.
Too many times, and that's one of them. You've just got to move, Nat. Great pick up there by Tash Rooney. If WA want to see a chance in this, they just have to move Nat. As we see Benny with the Jets come through and get the first goal on Megan Shanks, so that may hurt WA slightly.
Yeah, just more work to do now. They've well, they've got to double their score from here at the very least. Not impossible, but
Not
yeah,
impossible,
just
but
that shooting quality has to improve.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree. And I think they just need to get that fake on Nat. WA need to get a bit of a fake on her, get her to move, because it does make a difference. As Liv Wills, who has been big all week, coming through with that ball. Would love to see Liv Wills score a goal.
And nearly had a lane to the goal
She did
from there, but decides to just hold it up and wait for support from the bench. Hooper just trying to fire that one through Mel at that time, but denied once more.
We'll see Hooper again. Good reset there, so a solid 30 seconds. Alana with the ball back up to Hooper. Down to Emma Green. Hooper coming in to set that seal. Emma Green coming through. And again, that just a bit too good on those ones. I think that 5-hole might be a bit too hard with the breakaway for Ava Dorinko.
So Dorinko just held up slightly, puts an end to the fast break, and Victoria will get some reinforcements to arrive here. Mahiri Dharmabandu taking the ball here. Shot clock winding down, only 10 seconds to play with.
Bea Cameron with the ball down to Danny Hadwin for a shot. And a massive outside shot there. I reckon that one came nearly all the way from Canada, from Lucas Parsons Quinton. If we give him a little bit of a shout out. I know that the boys over there, Matt Wood and Lucas, are watching this game. One from WA, one from Victoria. So hopefully they're having a good time over there. But great shot there by Danny. That definitely has to hurt. 5 goals, very tough for the last quarter. But look, it's great to have the support. I think big shout out to the crowd, anyone watching online. We really appreciate it. And to the Australian Lacrosse Network. There's a lot of people to thank in making these games come to happen. So Victoria coming up with the ball, but very grateful for all the volunteers to put this show on all throughout the week. Scotty Gill, our right-hand man, sitting down, typing away. We cannot do this without those people. As we see Steph Hallows coming in and a big save by Megan Shanks. But I think if you can all get in the comments and just thank the Australian Network while this is happening over the last quarter, it's massive for our sport, and hopefully we can continue to bring this to you guys live and free over the period. Again, great save by Nat. It's just too good for those. You just got to move her, like I've said all game. So we'll see Victoria come through with the ball.
Yeah, really well said, Charlotte. And well, you called it at the start of the quarter.
Yeah.
If Western Australia didn't get a couple of early ones, this it smells a little bit of Victoria could run away with it, and they are hammering the goal at the moment.
They are.
Just hanging on for the moment, Western Australia.
It is, and it's tough if you're a brand new goalie. So someone like Megan who's brand new, she's got a great team ahead of her, and hopefully WA can continue to push and get a goal over the next sort of play that they have in offense. As we see Emma Green with the ball down to Kate Hooper being defended by Jen Plum. Straight into defense, but we see a goal here by Hannah coming through. We call those garbage goals in lacrosse. No matter what discipline you play, whether it's sixes, field or box, that's a garbage goal. But guess what? They still count.
Any goal counts for WA at the moment, doesn't it? They needed that one desperately. So it just keeps things interesting. There's still enough time to make a move here, but got to be near on perfect for the next 12 minutes.
They do, as we see Nikki and Tash again fighting hard. I'm not sure you can use your knee, so it's going to have to be a gold ball. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say just
Not able to use
on
your
that
knee
one.
in that one, so that's unfortunate for Nikki. I think she just accidentally fell there, so bit of an accident, but Western Australia coming up with that as we see the ball down with Emma Green, down to Isla Emerson. Another young one. We've seen so many young ones come through, Lockie, this week, which is great to see for the sport.
It's a better shot, and Emerson
Great
off the
she
crease.
could get that shot off early, but good reset here if they can get it from WA. Bea Cameron too good to pick that ball up. Oh, great check there.
Got a yard sail out there.
As we see a big yard sail playing without the stick, and look, that's all you can do. As her stick's on the ground there, but we'll see Alana. Oh, and
that's close to a hold. I would
that's
have
very
thought.
close to a bit of a bear hug there, so she got away with that one.
Play
So
will
we see
continue.
Posey O'Keefe with the ball, probably going to take a shot. And a good reset, which the ball's gone out. So great ground ball by Bea Cameron. Good re-defend by WA. And a good offense sent by WA there. But great defense. So good box across all around there. We'll see what WA can do with this fresh 30.
Goal in the next minute or two makes things very interesting. It just feels like the West Aussies have shifted things a little bit, but the scoreboard not in their favour right now.
And I don't think it's reflecting how they've been playing as well.
No.
But Nat's been massive in the cage there, so you can't fault a solid goalkeeper. As Kate Hooper has the we got Emma Green down to Kate Hooper, just hitting that pipe. But again, another full 30.
Yeah, so this is really good here for Western Australia. Repeated sets, keep the pressure on. Stepping around inside, just that's probably not the shot there. Needed to make that extra pass.
No, not the shot, and we have a breakaway here. So Benny running through. And a big save, and she was in the crease. So WA ball again, these little hidden blessings for WA.
Yeah, just got out of jail on that one. Benny not able to convert. Across the crease to Emma Green, and that was a nice look. Just unable
Emma
to convert,
Green
but
getting her own crumbs there.
much better for Western Australia. And, well, I tell you what, with 10 minutes to play, that makes things very interesting.
Look, I got to give it to them. They never go away. WA never go away. And when you play them, they just constantly are at you and at you and at you. And I think you can, being in the middle, like we said earlier, the differences of the camaraderie between the groups, and it's not to say one's right or wrong, but there's a bit of heart feeling in this one. They're chasing down the three-peat hunters. So, you know, it's always a challenge, and I think momentum's with WA at the moment. That's unfortunate for Steph Hallows. 9-6 with 10 minutes to go. Can WA convert here?
It's just little things like that, that when things aren't quite going your way, they go against you in the middle there, Victoria. Just a break from Steph Hallows. So Western Australia, they have to capitalise here. Well, that pass nicely collected off the tip, runs into trouble, and Davis is plenty of heat on her there.
Completely guarded there. Great defence there from Victoria as Benny's running down Steph Hallows. And good check there by GP. I think GP's working some just really hard off-ball push there. So Victoria ball, and they'll get a full 30.
So Victoria just taking their time to sort their stuff out.
They're playing some short hands, so they're going to leave someone. Not sure what happened there, but
Yeah, whether it was just a miscommunication or whether it was a tactical change there from the West Aussies, I think it was just a breakdown in defensive rotation.
yeah,
but
I'm not sure if they were just potentially trying something to play short-handed defense and have someone come through at the back and see on the short gate. I mean, look, they've got to throw everything they can into this next 9 minutes.
So ball up for grabs once again in the middle. It's Victoria. They get there first. That's going to be withholding on Bea Cameron. Hooper taking it forward for Western Australia. 9 minutes to play.
Still plenty of time in this game. Victoria do seem to have the upper hand here, just with probably more control across the whole court. And that's starting with Nat Miller being big in the cage.
Once again, that shot not challenging the Victorians, and there's a player up court. It's only going to go as far. Well, he didn't get to Shanks in the end.
As that one comes off Posey's leg, I believe, and WA coming up with that ball.
1, 2, 3.
So Hooper waits for numbers to arrive from the box. Down to 11 on the shot clock here. They're going to have to pull the trigger shortly. Western Australia. Step down from Emerson. That's a better effort.
That's not bad, that shot.
She did not get the reset though. So
and a great pick off by Bea Cameron. As we see Bea coming through, going to have that one-on-one. A huge save.
Yeah, really nicely done there by Megan Shanks to hold that one out.
This is a goalie game today.
Yeah, I was going to ask you for your MVP, so it's a little bit later,
I don't know,
Charlotte,
like,
but I think it's...
To be fair, if I'm giving out MVPs in this game, it's both goalies.
Yeah,
Nat's keeping Victoria ahead, and Megan's keeping WA in the game. So,
yeah, hard agree.
You know, if you're looking at MVPs, you can't go past the two goalies today. They are working their butts off and keeping them in. As Jen Plum brings that ball back through, so WA are going to get this ball back. You can hear the crowd going wild. 7 minutes to go as Jen Plum is getting a penalty for delay of game there.
Yeah, so that's just another twist in the tail, potentially. A
The
power
plot.
play here.
The plot of this game.
Just pretty simple here for Western Australia. Really just have to score on this power play opportunity. No other option at this stage.
You know, it's hard. You've got Tash Rooney, Mel Brickle, Ava Dorinko, Nikki in that defensive unit. It is a tough four to score against. So we'll see what... We've got a little fumble in the corner, but WA still have time on the clock. And good soak there. So another reset on the clock for a full 30 as WA will continue in a power play.
Hooper winds up, little fake, little underhand shot.
Great soak by Mel Brickle.
All blue
She's
jerseys.
used to those ones over from Welds. She soaked a fair few, but again, we see the ball coming up with Kate Hooper in the middle. Probably not the shot there. They've got time. They've still got 7 seconds.
Nice
and a
stick
good
in there.
stop there by Ava, who is off.
Well kept out there from Shanks, just keeping them alive in it. And a nice little flip to get play back underway without wasting too much time.
Still got a minute in their power play. They just need to really be smart in how they move this Victorian defence.
So Hooper moves across to Emerson. Back up the top.
You can see Tash Rooney and Mel Brickle playing quite low. So sort of stepping out of the way. Again, Mel Brickle, and she's brought that one back in, unfortunately. She knew straight away, her head went down, and I think Mel knew that one. But back into it with the shorthand defence here. 27 seconds left on the penalty, which is basically the same as what we see on the shot clock. So, again, Victoria could get lucky here.
Much better ball movement, but the Victorians just body in the way type stuff at the moment.
Another reset. Great defense here by Victoria. They're going to be coming in straight, I would say, straight into a Jen coming through.
So you can see the Western Australians desperately trying to change those angles, but
the
ball not quite shifting.
And here we go. We might see
enough.
that breakaway. Jen Plum coming out of the penalty box. Great shorthand defense there, but a good transitional sub from WA.
Oh, that's going to ride
Be high. Oh, we might see a bit of push and shove here. Lucy's going to be, and again, like you said, Lockie, it can be that easy shift of momentum. So Jen Plum wearing one for Victoria, and we're going to see a potential power play from them as well.
And Mahiri from distance denied. It's a big task now for Western Australia. 4.5 minutes to play. 4 goals.
Tell you what, though, they won't go away.
No,
they
definitely
will
not.
continue till the end, and that's probably one of the from where this game was 3 years ago to now is just, it's wild to see, and having all these people in the crown is just incredible.
So I think this is going to be even harder, Charlotte, because I reckon there's 2 penalties for, I think that's Liv Wills or Lucy Wills.
Lucy Wills.
Lucy Wills in there.
So we're playing in it looks like they're going to play with 3 on and hold 1 on the gate, which is really interesting from WA. I don't mind the tactic. I mean, they've got nothing to lose here now. So if they're going to play with 3 back, Steph Hallows, Victoria have to answer, and they have to send 1 back, which forces them to play a 4-on-3. To be fair, I'd say that's potentially some smart coaching by the group there. As we can see, Posey now coming out. And now Steph has to come in. So they've really eaten up Victoria's shot clock there. Great save by Megan Shanks.
Now they've got a drive here.
They've just got to start sending it, I think.
Yeah, definitely agree. Bodies flying around and illegal off ball. So Victoria are going to carry forward. And really just, it's a bit of clock management for the next few minutes for them.
Yeah.
Don't need to do anything too silly. They're happy to keep the ball high.
And if they're really smart, it's only, if they can hold WA out for 2 minutes, they just only need to have the ball for 2 minutes here. So they really need to go hard here, WA, and just put that pressure on.
Yeah, just moving the ball nicely. Emmy Hall hooks that one wide.
And what I love about that is Emmy shot and turned and left and didn't even look if the shot went in. So very smart play there by Emmy Hall as Tash Rooney's going to come up. Oh, maybe not. Julie coming up with that ball here. They're in a man down situation, so they're going to have to try and push this ball for a shot, but also be really smart with possession.
Yeah, it was really well done there by B. Cameron. Knew that Western Australia needed a push, so as they push back herself, Plum going to take this one forward, and I think I can hear a timeout being called by the Victorian bench. So just delivering their final orders of what they want to see for the next 2 minutes and 55 seconds. But if they can manage the clock well for the next 1 or 2 possessions, I think that three-peat is looking the goods.
I think this timeout will just be Victoria telling them, if, Tony's saying we've got 2 minutes, basically 3 minutes left on the clock. We've got to be really smart here. He knows that WA won't go away, and I think the girls know WA won't go away. So if they can have possession for 1.5 minutes, it puts pressure on WA for that 1.5 minutes. If WA are going to play that tactic of playing a shorthand in defence and have someone potentially come out, that may change things, because obviously it can create some 1v1s with Nat Miller. Nat Miller and Megan, they've been so good this game. They've probably been, again, 10-6 in a championship game when most games have been either blowouts or a lot of the goals have been sort of 15 to 18.
Well, just looking at the last time these two played this week, it was 12-16 in favour of Victoria. So
yeah, so it's that 4-goal difference here. So we'll see what happens here. I think this just puts some proof in the pudding. We do need a box in every single state, because it is an advantage to Victoria having the box and being able to supply a full solid team. It's hard when every other state is supplying teams that aren't full or haven't got the best potential, or they don't have their strongest players. So hopefully moving forward we can get that.
Everyone at home, get on the email to your local member of parliament.
Yeah, we need a box in every state, and you can hear people wanting a change of Victoria not winning, and it's obviously challenging, but they've got a great team here this year, and they've deserved the win this game because they're putting in the effort.
So Burgess Bryce under the heat here, kicks it low. The shot comes from Hallows, missing wide, no reset.
Mucking around here, so that's going to be dropping the ball and them being off. Oh, as we see Kate Hooper with a great take. And a goal, so 10-7. Benji Muxlow with his little plan seems to have worked that time. If it was 10-8, could be a different story. 10-7, 3 goals is still a massive effort here by Victoria. And like I said, they will not go away.
Yeah, certainly, and it doesn't help that they're still short-handed as well, Western Australia, for the next minute 45. So effectively for the nearly the remainder of the match. They're going to have to do the work a player down as well.
As we see Kinner's crew in the back of a bit of a fumble there. It's going to be WA ball here from Steph Hallows breaking. I didn't see that one, but you can see Kinner's crew at the back of the cage behind, I believe it's behind Megan. They're having a few drinks. So it's been amazing to have the Canadian girls down here as well, winning the tournament. Not the championship, obviously, but winning the tournament, which is great for the sport here in Victoria. So big shout out to those girls for coming down.
And Hooper, that would have made things very interesting had that found the back of the net. But
it would have.
Benny Heger is going to come up with the ground ball after a couple of attempts and carry this one to safety.
And we see a 3v1 here. So Ava Sealing, and I would have to say that might be the nail in the coffin there from Benny. Great transition goal there. So a bit of a turnaround from the previous goal with the momentum in WA with that face-off win, but great run there by Benny. I believe Tony Watts. We've got to give Tony Watts a shout-out because I believe he calls her Benny with the Jets or Benny with the Jets. Is it Benny with the Jets?
Benny and the Jets, I think.
Benny and the Jets. So big shout-out to Tony Watts. We wish he was here. He's obviously our #1 commentator, and we're trying to do the best we can without him. But great ground ball there by Julie. Good intercept, and Jen Plum with the ball.
And now it's a little bit of party time for the Victorians.
It is.
They know that the title is in the bag. Try and get a couple of celebratory goals here to really put the cherry on top of the cake. Western Australia still pushing right to the end. But Victoria, well, they're going to make it the double once again. And the women's three-peat will be complete. Shot clock about to expire. Saved from Shanks. Was that before the reset? I think it was. So Victoria will keep the ball once again. Imi Hall kicks it back up the top to Cameron.
And there's no rush here for Victoria. There's 1 minute left.
Yeah, they look pretty content just running down the clock here.
And again, they obviously back their defense. And being able to sort of manage the last sort of 30 seconds because they should see the 15 seconds of the last 15 seconds of the game with the ball in their stick. So we'll see shot clock.
So 37 seconds left to play here. Western Australia will get one last crack at it.
And they're going to have a timeout. So Tony saying this is great. Benji saying there's 42 seconds left on the shot clock. The politics of lacrosse. Gotta love it.
Certainly. Yeah, so not long left on this one. Victoria, as we saw earlier, took out the men's final over a gallant South Australian side. Competitive and certainly took it up to Victoria, especially early on, but the Vics ended up running away with that one. And once again, WA been more than competitive here.
And I think, you know, this is every team has unfortunately not been able to produce a full 20 players. Except Victoria. So, you know, this is a massive credit to them. They've worked really hard over the next 3 years, and I do believe that this is Victoria's best team. Both the men's game to watch was phenomenal with their ball movement, and they were just too good for SA, and this team here is obviously phenomenal. But we do need everyone that is involved in box lacrosse to get on and try and get some grants to get money behind it across the rest of the states, because we would love to see, imagine if we could send the best teams from every state. Financially, it cost everyone a fair bit of money, and $2,500 each year for WA, $2,000 for SA, and I know Queensland's around similar. So hopefully we can get a box in every state for the next couple. As we see WA with the ball here, 30 seconds left in the game. Hannah taking a shot. Mel Brickle all over that, wanting to stop that one.
Hooper tied up there from Hadwin and under plenty of heat there.
Plenty of heat as we see Alana coming in, trying to make it hard, and Jen Plum probably picking up that ball. No, GP again. Shot clock, blue ball in this last 11 seconds. I don't see them doing too much with it.
Yeah, the Vics look
They'll
pretty
just hold
content.
it out
That
as
halfway line.
Jen Plum
I
goes
thought
over and back.
I thought she managed to keep that ball in the back half, in the front half, but it's not going to matter in the end. Western
It's not gonna
Australia,
matter.
there's only a couple of seconds left here. The heave down court, and there you have it. Victoria, the three-peat is complete. They are the 2025 Women's Champions, defending their titles, their previous 2 titles, and they do it in front of an adoring home crowd once again. The West Australians, as we said, Charlotte, were gallant, and they were competitive right to the end.
And I think, Western Australia gave it to them. Obviously, there's the politics that we need to talk about at some stage later in a date of how we can make this an even game for every other state, but Victoria definitely this year had the better team and deserved this one. So well done to them for the three-peat. Brilliant effort by everyone else and every other team. Like we said, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Kinnis crew coming through this year has been a phenomenal 5 days. You cannot fault the efforts of all the volunteers, the referees, the people behind us, Scotty Gill behind us, who's worked tirelessly, looking at me smiling right now as we go into some lineups and presentations. But massive effort from every single person who has been involved in making this tournament happen. And Lockie, you've been great on the mic today. Everyone that's been involved has been phenomenal, and hopefully we can see this bigger and better next year.
Yeah, echo your words precisely there, Charlotte. So, yeah, once again, thank you to everyone involved in this competition. Thank you to yourself for helping throughout this final. Congratulations to Victoria, men's and women's box champions, as we sign off here for the 2025 Box National Championships. Charlotte Winnan and Lachlan Williams wrapping up here at the Alan Lewer Box Court. Catch you all.
Thank you for having me. That was fun. So I said, I was like, do not bring me anymore. I'm done. I was like, if you want me to last tonight, I'm done. Oh, really? I'll give that back to Scott. Thanks, boys. How do you open the fridge? Jesse can have it.
Someone else come and do from 2 to 5. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
Congratulations, Victoria. A huge game. I think, first of all, some thanks, if I may. Lacrosse Australia, making it so we could get here and make this happen. I know the coaches, myself included, made it probably hell for you all week, riding you, but thank you very much. We appreciate that all. To the officials, couldn't happen without you. Thank you very much. it just gets better and better each year, and we absolutely love it. ALN, making it so all the people back home can watch it. We know the support coming from back home means a lot to our girls, and the fact that they can actually watch it. So thank you to ALN and everybody that's supported up there. Our Tonal Lacrosse Club, again, also putting on an amazing event. Sun's out, so thank you very much. I'm sure there's lots of other people I forgot to thank. To our girls, you left it all out there. You worked your asses off. You trained at 10 p.m. at night back home. I know you've all got lives and kids and husbands and work, and you still rocked up to training and put your all in. I feel we've taken a step from last year. There's still clearly steps to take, but we're stepping forward each year, and I look forward to the future with us. Thank you to the assistant coaches. Victoria, what a 2 great games with you. First one, it was real close. You got to step on us, and I think then again today you got to step on us. It was real close again. You got that step on us, and then we just couldn't quite catch it back. Our girls fought till the end, and you didn't make it easy for them. So thank you very much. MVP for you today, Nat.
Okay, so he's actually said pretty much everything he's actually said everything that I was gonna aim for as well. The thank yous are immense. The stakeholders and all the people that actually make this happen, thank you so much. The camera people, the people taking scores, right? The people running the gates, the people doing the waters, it all matters. This tournament has got better every year, and that's because people keep putting in. So thank you very much, and thank you to our Tonal Lacrosse Club, ALN, across Australia, everybody. Thank you. Now, to Western Australia, you give us one of the best fights every time, and it makes us better, so thank you very much. It really does. You guys are getting better every year. Please keep bringing it. It's fantastic. To the Wolves. You guys throughout this tournament have just got better and better, and thank you very much, because you've left it all out there, and you did it with great class. Thank you very, very much. Now, I just want to also point out, couldn't have done this without my co-coach, Dan Meant to Play Princess, Ali McVeigh, and Jeremy Cross. Thank you very much, our gate people as well. Now, thank you to the referees. Well reffed. So that I can stop talking. Let's actually go for your MVP. Now, you kept your team in this game. Megan Shanks.
Wasn't sure. You're gonna make it cry. You hold on half a second.
So that wraps up our MVP presentation there. Stay tuned. We're going to leave the feed running, and in the next few minutes or so, we'll have the presentations for the champion teams. So stay tuned to this feed. Presentations and closing ceremony coming up shortly.
Can I give you both for now? Just so I can go and get the table and everything?
have it too close to me, or will it pick it up from the speaker? If I have it like this. I can't read my comments. I know, I'm just going to start. You want to take one of that, and I'll take that notes off. Pete, I don't need to speak to it. No, I can announce your officials if you want. I mean, I can announce them if you want. You announce them. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's do you have a list? Yeah, I've got it on here for you.
Do you want us in any particular order?
No, we'll just get
Do you want us
underway.
in lines or just all together?
No, that's oh, nothing to do with us. No, go to this game. No, and the All-Star stuff. Oh, no, you don't get it.
There's no rush for it, right?
No rush. Well, I don't know. Lopsided. We need to get underway. Are we all good? Got everyone?
So we're just presenting it.
Yeah, I'll call you on. You'll hand the trophy over. Yeah. Have you got your speech ready there?
Would have been nice to have cleaned it.
Yeah, I've got to get some, like I've cleaned that as best as I can, but it needs to have a brass cell, I guess. Yeah. I'll make sure that is perfect next time.
That's not your job.
It is now. Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get underway with the closing ceremony and awards presentation. If I can have your attention, please. Okay, first of all,
We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and pay respects to our elders past, present and emerging, as well as all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that may be here today. Firstly, let me thank everyone who is here today, all the teams, all the preparation that you've done, the coaches, the physios, your team managers, parents. It's been an amazing week. We've had a few little challenges with the weather, but it's been absolutely sensational play on the field. So congratulations to you all for your preparation. We'd like to welcome here tonight the president of the Altona Lacrosse Club, James Bleed. We'd also like to welcome special guests Natasha and Jet Lewer, Hayley Stefanos, one of the Lacrosse Australia directors, Kath Canordi and Greg Mollison, who will be later presenting trophies to the men's and women's winning teams, and all Lacrosse Australia and Altona Lacrosse Club life members that may be here today. Thank you very much for your time and your efforts. Before we get underway, we'd like to make a very special thank you to our international officials who have come all the way from Canada and the US. Well, there you go, fellas. It's a huge effort to get them over here. Quite an expense, and the support that was provided by Lacrosse Victoria, the state officiating bodies, and Lacrosse Australia to make this happen. A big thank you to these organisations for that work to get these sensational officials over here. We'd also like a very special thank you to the Kinnis crew. Again, another team coming from a long way away. Having your experience, your strength on the field, it can only make us better by playing against you. So we thank you for your time. Thank you for coming over. And it has been a pleasure watching you play. And one other very special thank you before I hand over to Hayley to represent Lacrosse Australia. I'd like a special thank you out there to our scorers, the volunteers this week, in Rhonda Hall, Taryn Suffolk, Dan Hall, Rebecca Giallo. And if I've forgotten anyone, I do apologise, but the efforts that they put in for these games is what makes us able to be able to put this one for you guys. So thank you very much. And a major thank you to the ALN, which will probably come from Hayley as well, so I'm taking most of her speech from her. But the ALN do a fantastic job. It's incredible working with them and utilising Tim and his team, Scott and his team, and all the work that they do. And one last special thank you to James and his team. They have done an absolutely sensational job this week. Big round of applause, please. I've watched them work from 6 a.m. in the morning until midnight each day. And I'm sure there's more work goes on at home, and I know there's a sacrifice from your families for losing you for this week, so thank you again. I'd like to now introduce Hayley Stefanos, Director from Lacrosse Australia, to say a few words.
Just to echo a few sentiments. Oh,
Hold both.
okay. Just to echo a few sentiments that Pete has already shared, but yeah, first and foremost, thank you to the Altona Lacrosse Club for putting on another incredible event, even with all the weather challenges, including every season in one day today, from the heat policies that were implemented throughout the week to the lightning delay. Melbourne certainly showed its true colours in the weather we can put on. So to James and your team, thank you so much for all of your efforts this week. It's been a wonderful event to be able to host, and of course be on the Alan Lewer box court. It truly is really special to host this event here. Thank you to our volunteers, as Peter's already touched on, Rhonda, Taryn, Dan and Rebecca, for being, one of the first to arrive and one of the last to leave, and making sure everything ran smoothly during the games, and that the players and officials could do their role, and so everyone else playing their role is really integral to how the week runs. The Lacrosse Australia board would also like to officially thank our sponsor, iAthletic, who are supplying our apparel. Sport Australia, as I mentioned, of course, we're on the path to the Olympics in 2028, and it's just an incredible opportunity for our sport and the opportunities that will bring. And so we're really proud to be sponsoring, to be partnering with them. To Scott Gill and the ALN team, just a tremendous amount of work to get all of the games streamed this week. I think we had over close to 20,000 views. So in addition to everyone here in person, they're back here, still working. So in addition to everyone who's here in person in Melbourne, we have over 20,000 people tuning in from wherever they are around Australia and around the country, which is just incredible, and great to have as many eyeballs as we can on our great sport. And also to Pete, the General Manager of Lacrosse Australia, a mountain of work goes into making this week possible, and he's worked tirelessly to make sure that in amongst all the challenges that have been thrown at everyone, that we've navigated it as smoothly as we could. So Pete, thank you so much for your work. And last but not least, of course, to the athletes, officials and the spectators for making the week what it was. Like I said, particularly today, we had the heat policies and then the lightning delays in the men's final, and the spectacle of the games that have been played this week, and the calibre that has shown the level of lacrosse that Australia, and of course Kinner's crew joining us to continue to help us improve and lift those standards is really incredible. So thank you all for your contributions this week.
I'd now like to welcome James Bleed. Please give him a major round of applause for the amazing work. President of the Altona Lacrosse Club.
Thank you, Pete. Just going to start with an apology. So if I don't make any sense for the next few minutes, I'm a little bit in a fog. But how good was that? It has been a great week of box lacrosse here. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening out in Australia. We're in a box court, and we've just finished another box nationals here. Altona Lacrosse Club is incredibly proud to be hosting this event. We've done it for the last few years. We love having the event here. We love having all of you come. We love having this level of box lacrosse being played here. In saying that, we can't wait till the time when we can be sitting in Perth or Adelaide on the bleachers, watching all of you run around, filling up eskies and doing all of those things. So please, hurry up and get your boxes sorted. I just wanted to again echo what Pete and Haley said in terms of the scores, the camera people, and I'm going to forget a lot of people here, I'm sorry, the referees, all of you players, all of the spectators who've been coming down every day, hot, rain, you guys all came down and really made this event as special as it is. A big, huge thanks to all of the lacrosse club members who've been coming down in the lead up to the event, throughout the event, and judging by the state of our club rooms after the event to sort things out. But it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. It's a whole community that comes together. And I really want to say thanks to all of our club members. A quick one. I also just want to give a huge thank you. She probably will never know that I said this, but it's you all can vouch for me. A huge thank you to my wife, who has been incredibly supportive, and she's only asked about 50 times where I am all day, but she's been. I really literally couldn't have done it without her. I just want to end on just one quick thing, and I'm kind of rambling, but that's all right. I've got the mic, Pete. I love lacrosse, and all lacrosse is good lacrosse. Box, field, men's, women's, sixes, it's all great, and more lacrosse is better. Lacrosse is in a pretty special spot in the next few years in the lead up to the Olympics. And here in Australia, we're going to have a lot of focus on that high performance, that, those group of people, those men and women, from the coaches, from the administrators, from the referees to the players, who are going to go and hopefully represent Australia at the Olympics. But in Australia, as amazing as those people are, and they really are, and the accolades that are going to come over the next several years to recognize those people, they're not what's special about Australian lacrosse. We don't have Div 1 scholarships. We don't have pro contracts. We play for 2 reasons. We love lacrosse, and we love the community. And that's why you get involved in lacrosse. That's why you stay in lacrosse. So I just want to ask as a favor, when you get back to your clubs, back to your lacrosse community, make sure you're singling out the people who are the real superstars. So those junior coaches, the people who are running the canteen, the people who are marking the grounds, the people who are sorting out all the administrative stuff to happen, those people aren't getting paid. They're not going to get the acknowledgement over the next several years, but they're the ones that built whatever happens going forward. So I just want to make sure, please make sure those people know how important they are. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Haley.
Brilliantly said, James. And if you really want to support the Altona Lacrosse Club and thank them for what they've done this week, make sure you go into the bar straight after the ceremony's over. I'd like now to call forward Richard Gore, the referee-in-chief, to announce the championship match officials. Again, the officials are there. Without them, we don't have this sport, we don't have this game, we don't have these championships. So you men's game, just the men's game.
The officials for the championship men's game. The head official, Luke Keesing. Ryan White. And Steve Green. And our reserve referee, Brendan Pinkerton.
I'll call you back again in a sec. You can stay up here if you like. Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, now for the awarding of the men's championship medals and trophies. To Team Victoria, I'd like to call out their captains, Caleb Hall and Chris Plum, to call their players. Yeah. To present these medals, we are honoured to have Jet Lewer.
No, Chris will play with. No, I'm not doing it.
You are, Chris?
I can't.
You can?
No.
You are.
No worries.
Just their players' names. It's all good.
All right, we'll start. So we'll start. Steve Stoikis. Jasper's brother, Eden. MVP. Jasper. Sean Clark. Tyler. Peckerhead. Brendan Freeman. Marcus. James. Cleary.
I know you've only got so many words.
There's a line here. Sorry. Come on, Jedi, get up there, mate. Come on. Let's go. Dan. The only guy that I know cramps that much. Stretch. Clayton. Henry. Tony J. Aaron. Johnny Talk. The homeboy, Billy Martin. Rich. Taryn. Taryn. I said Taryn. I dribble. Coaches, Jai. And the second ball guy, Wade Hammond. Caleb, you got one job to do. Bradley Mollison. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Huh? Yeah. And coming in last minute, Jeremy Cross at physio. Thank you. Are you gonna do me? You gonna call me? I haven't got one yet.
Oh yeah. You should do it next.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
Thank you.
Okay, now to award the Mollison Trophy, we're honoured to have Greg Mollison here to present this trophy to the champions of 2025 for the men's box, Victoria. And now for the women's side, we would like to welcome up Steve Green to present the officials' medals for the women's officials chain. Do you need the names?
I think I know them. Thank you. Head official, Nikki Voicey. It's fantastic that we actually have a lady officiating games. Official 1, Jason Lawrence. Oh, he's gone. Official 2, Richard Gore. Major amount of work by Richard as the head official as well.
I'll take Jason's home with him. Thanks, man.
Thank you. And standby official, Brendan Pinkerton. Back-to-back premierships.
And now to present the medals to our championship back-to-back, or actually it's probably triple, maybe quadruple, triple winning championship team. Please welcome Mel Brickle. We'd also like to bring forward, and we're very honoured to have Natasha Lewer here to present these medals.
Firstly, I'd like to bring up my lovely leadership group. So I've got Steph Hello here, number 9. Or Stephen. Abby Burgess-Bryce. Our goalie and MVP for today, Natalie Miller. Benny and the Jets. Eleni Joseph. Danny Hadwin. Imogen Hall.
Brackhouse?
Laura Brackhouse. Or Brackhouse. Natasha Rooney. Keels. Nicole Bakavich Pua. Jennifer Renee Plum. Ava Dorinko. Mahiri Damabandu. Christina Cameron. So Norman? Healy. Tara Healy. What's her last name? What's Annika's last name? Whose? Annika. Mason. Annika Mason. Connolly? Paige Connolly.
Take your time, Paigey. Take your time.
It's on your schedule. Our amazing manager, Ali McVeigh.
What's our physio's name? Jeremy Cross. Yeah, Ali.
Our physio, Crossy. 2 medals for you today, mate. Mr. Princess. And finally, our wonderful head coach, Tony Joseph.
Bradley's getting another one.
Oh. Do we have room? Yep. And of course, Bradley Mollison. Come on down, brother. Yep, I'd love to. Buddy. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Mel. And now to present the trophy to our championship winning women for the third time, please welcome Kath Connaty and your championship winning team, Team Victoria. I'll give it to these guys, but you can hand them.
Is this the first year MVP though?
I don't know.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, the first official MVP. Yeah, yeah.
They want you in the picture. All right, we have one more award to present, or two more awards to present. The most valuable player for the championship series. Please welcome back Greg Mollison to present the males MVP after an absolutely phenomenal week of play. Please congratulate number 7 from Victoria, Marcus Arambatsis. And presenting our women's MVP, please welcome back again, Kath Connaty. And the winner, again, another phenomenal week of play from this particular individual. I was just having a chat with Kath about her and how much she has really come of age and improved. From Team Victoria, please welcome and congratulate Christina Bia Cameron. Bia. Just want to make sure that, just making sure we've got a good photo of these two. Please again congratulate our MVPs, Marcus and Bia. And before we close up, I'm just going to hand back to Hayley to officially close the 2025 Box National Championships. Thank you, everyone.
And look forward to seeing everyone in Adelaide over the Easter long weekend for the under 18 men's and women's national championship. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you at Brighton Lacrosse Club then. Thank you.
Now let's get inside and celebrate with the Altona Bar.